What up, YouTube? It's your boy Darius. I want to thank you guys for watching. You guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you're hearing me. I appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to your boy. Leave a like if you guys any recommendations. Leave a comment section. I get to it as soon as possible. This video is gonna go to my thoughts and opinion channel, and we got another one of the Billboard lists, man. The top 50 greatest rap groups. Previously they did the rappers, and that one pissed me off. How can you not have Rakim in the top 5? But this list is about the rap groups. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of dope rap groups out there, you know what I'm saying? The Black Stars, NWA, Public Enemy, Outkast. Yeah, Outkast really a group. And I know a duo. I know they're more of a duo than a group. You know what I'm saying? You know what? That's a good definition. How would you guys describe a group? Let me know coming down below. But with that being said, we're about to check this list out. Enough of me blah blah blah. Let's get straight to the list. All right, we're gonna see the criteria. Okay. I know they've been doing it for the past 5 weeks, but so that I've been waiting till this week, like to do the entire list. So that we're about to do right now. Like I said, that list, the 50 greatest rapper list, pissed me off because, like I said, how you guys not gonna have Rakim in the top 5? But let's see. Okay. What's your criteria? Okay. Now, body of work achievement, okay, chart, gold and platinum, okay. Cultural impact, influence, okay. Longevity, okay. Lyrics, okay, and flow. All right. All right. So let's check it out. Number 50 is MOP. Kidnap that poo. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I think we're off to the right spot, you know what I'm saying? MOP, never really been like a big MOP guy, but that, you can't deny, like, they know how to, get the party started. So, Black Star should be a little higher. Number 49, that's just too low, you know what I'm saying? But I understand they didn't have too many, like, top, like, hits, singles, charted singles and all that, but I feel like, lyrically, you know what I'm saying? And as well as influence, I feel like they should be like at least in the top 30, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, most epic Talib Kweli. They shot Tupac and Biggie. Too much violence in hip hop. Why-yo? Alright. CD Girl, really? Over Black Star? I mean, like I try not to be biased because you know what I'm saying, I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But come on, man. I guess because City Girls have more hit singles than Black Star, but even then, it's like I can't even use culturally influenced because who did they influence? I guess. Let me see. Ray Sherman, and they are right. You know what I'm saying? They're not my top of music, but they're alright. They're the one with the Black Beatles song, right? Okay. Yin Yang Twins. I feel like you know what, and I'm not a big Yin Yang Twins fan. I feel like they should be a little higher because even though they weren't like the greatest rapper of all time, I feel like culturally, you know what I'm saying, they had a huge impact on Atlanta music. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Yang Twin should be like in the top 40, or maybe top 35. You know what I'm saying? And they did have hits too. Check it like a sauce sticker. Check it like a sauce sticker. Check it like a sauce sticker. Check it like a sauce. Or what that other song? Get Low. Even though that's really a Little Sean song, but still, you know what I'm saying? Yang Twins were influenced. See, you know, I could be fair. P Rock and CL Smooth. Honestly, in terms of rapping, I guess because they didn't have too many top singles, but even then, in terms of cultural influence, in terms of lyrical play, top 20 easily. As a matter of fact, I bought their album recently, Mecca, Return of the Mecca something. One of the dopest hip hop album of all time. You know what I'm saying? Not only does it contain They Reminisce Over You, it also contains Lots of Lovin' and Straying Now. As well as that other song on that, I highly recommend that album. PY and CL Smooth definitely should be in the top 20, in my opinion. Chum, you know, get to know that, Chris Cross, yeah. You know what, I have no problem with Chris Cross being on this list. I'm not sure if I would rank him so high, but hey, you know, like they did have like a top Like, they did have singles for days, and also, were they influential? I get towards the younger generation, to the little Bow Wows and everything. Don't even ask me. I think Another Bad Creation was more influential in that area. The one they sing, Aisha, as a matter of fact, those guys actually influenced Chris Cross, in my opinion. See, I know my music, everyone. But you know who underrated? The youngsters. The youngsters are hella underrated. Kid of Play. Kid of Play should be in the top 25 based on flow. I know they had too many chart hitting hits. Actually, they had a few chart hitting hits. But cultural impact alone, top 25. You know what I'm saying? How many rappers are making movies now thanks to Kid and Play? You know what I'm saying? That aspect, that should be in the top 25. And plus, they had a dance move that, that people still use to this day. As a matter of fact, LeBron James' latest version of House Party, which was, yeah, it was bad. But wasn't the worst movie ever. But, that was influenced by Kid and Play. On that aspect alone, Kid and Play, top 25. Heavy D and the Boys, super underrated. Super underrated. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want who fused the hip hop with the New Jack Swing sound. You know what I'm saying? Got the dance move. It got got the girls and everything. First, rest in peace to both Heavy D and Trouble T Roy. I feel like on my list that they will be in the top 30. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even the top 25 because of their influence. And also the cultural impact. No one talks about New Jack Swing anymore. I went there with the New Jack Swing music revival that they're going around right nowadays. But Little Brother, I've heard of them, and I would have ranked them over Pete Rock, CL Smooth, or Heavy D and the Boys, or Kid and Play. But there's something for everyone. I don't know if they have any a hit single. I'm not sure. At least Heavy D and Kid and Play and Chris Cross and P Rock and CL Smooth, they all had a few hit singles. Onyx, Slam, dun 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 dun, my boy, big boys. You know what I'm saying? I don't want us to call them a one-hit wonder because they definitely were not a one-hit wonder. But I wouldn't rank them so high either. But hey, you know what I'm saying? They got the ball hit. They got the hype, not the hype, they had the hyperactive for the hip hop and everything. Again, I would have ranked them so high, bet you higher over Heavy D and Kid and Play and P Rock CL Smooth. But hey, I don't have a problem with Onyx be on this list. You know what I'm saying? Federal Star and Sticky Fingers they both are definitely dope. Slum Village, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I actually do like Slum Village. Like I said, I'm not sure if I rank them so hard. They had few hit singles. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Pete Rock and CL Smooth and Kid and Play were more culturally impact than Slum Village, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm going by by that criteria. I'm not saying Slum Village is not dope because Slum Village is dope and they definitely deserve to be on this list. I'm just saying I'm not sure if I personally would rank them so high. How would you guys rank them? Let me know in the comment section. Big Timer. Pay like to the 5th out Gucci suit. Ain't got no job, but I stay fly. You know what? I never been a fan of like the New Orleans scene, but yeah, they deserve to be on this list. And I feel like number 38 is a good spot for them. You know what I'm saying? They lyrical wise, they never was like the best rappers of all time. But for the cultural impact, especially they have over the New Orleans scene, they definitely deserve to be high. They did had a few hit singles as well. So they deserve to be on there. 8Ball and MJG, you know what I'm saying? They're a dope group, from Memphis, Tennessee and everything. Again, another group I probably personally wouldn't rank so high, but again, I guess because they have a cultural impact over Memphis, Tennessee scene. But again, I feel like Kid and Play and Pete Rock and CL Smooth have a bigger cultural impact of hip hop. But that's just my opinion. I've heard of them. I don't know too much. They're from Oakland, right? They're from Oakland. Yeah, they're from Oakland. I'm not sure if I'll rank them so high. But I guess because they're more of a crew than they were of a hip hop group. Because I know Souls of Mischief and they'll the funky Homo sapien were part of this. Will I rank them so high? I guess as a crew, yeah. But if they go ahead and include the crew, they might go include Death Row or the Native Tongue or some things like that. But Farsight, dope group, hell yeah. Hell yeah, they're super dope, they're alternative hip hop scene, they're from my hometown of LA, South Central LA. They definitely deserve to be on this on here. Would I rank them so high though? Probably not. But again, I definitely would include them on my personal list. Hit Me So Fast, Me by Brand Nubian. I feel like that this is a fair rating for them. They definitely had the flow, and they definitely had a big cultural impact on hip hop alone. They didn't have too many hit singles, but as far as cultural impact and lyrical play and everything, they definitely deserve to be on here. I feel like number 34 is a fair spot for them. Goody Mob, yes. Definitely deserve to be on here. They had a few hit singles based from their first album. And as far as the cultural impact, they definitely were hugely influenced on the Atlanta hip hop scene. And as far as hip hop, lyrical scene and everything, they were definitely dope rapper, hella underrated. Number 33, I feel like that's a fair spot for them. Two Light Crew, wow. Honestly, to tell you guys the truth, even though they were not a good rapper, as far as hit singles and cultural impact, I'll put them in the top 25. You know what I'm saying? And, they the one who dirty up like hip hop. They actually fucked the law and they actually won. They're definitely a top 25 greatest hip hop group. Based on that alone. And again, they weren't the greatest rappers of all time, but cultural impact not only in the Miami scene, but all the hip hop scene, top 25. And that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? How many people are still singing, "Me so horny, me love you long time"? All that with the sample from what that movie Full Metal Jacket. Boogie Down Production. I feel like Boogie Down Production should be a little higher. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, they did the entire crew. The Hughes crew, they did the entire crew. And they actually won too. And as far as that cultural impact goes, I feel like, they were a huge influence. Lyrical play, top 10 easily. But of course, we're not shit talking about, lyrical play. And they had a few hit singles with My Philosophy, being their biggest hits. I feel like 31 is still too low. Probably number 20 or number, somewhere between 15 and 20 on my list. Cliff, grinding. Grinding is definitely one of the dopest hip hop songs of all time. They did have a few hit singles. I will give them that, and they were definitely dope rappers. Cultural impact though. I wouldn't rank them over Boogie Down Production. You know what I'm saying? Who else I wouldn't like? Kid, I would rank them over Kid and Play. Wouldn't rank them over Pete Rock and CL Smooth or Heavy D and the Boys. You know what I'm saying? But the Clips, they deserve to be on this list. They still top 40 gun group. They're still top 40. Number 29, Gangstar. But for that bass with a mass appeal. Yep, they deserve to be on here. You know what I'm saying? In terms of lyrical play and cultural impact, definitely should be much higher. I would say top 15. I would say top 15 now, to tell you the truth. Because as far as the production goes, as well as Guru lyrical play, that definitely up there on the bar. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they didn't have a lot of hit singles until the later part of their career. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like 29 is definitely too low for Gangstar. But let's see who they have over them. Ghetto Boys. As far as impact on the Houston scene, definitely. as far as lyrical play, you can say Scarface, Willie D, and Bushwick Bill. What's the be Bushwick Bill? Yeah, like yeah. They didn't have hit singles until they made My Mind Play Tricks on Me, and then a few more after that. I feel like Ghetto Boys, top 25, top 25. I put them in the top 25. Though my mom said Playing Tricks on Me is definitely one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. DJH88's and the Fresh Prince, wow, they definitely have hit singles for days. And lyrical play, Will Smith or the Fresh Prince, hella underrated. He's just as great as a storyteller. No, nearly as just as great a storyteller as Slick Rick. He is one of the top storytellers of all time. As far as cultural impact goes, I don't know. I don't know about that. But I heavily mess with DJH88's and the Fresh Prince. I still mess with Will Smith to this day, even after the SmackDown scenario. And I will say this: Will Smith was 100% in the wrong in terms of him slapping Chris Rock. I don't give a damn. He was 100% in the wrong. But that's not what this list is about. This is about the top 25 greatest hip hop. Top 50 greatest hip hop groups of all time. Honestly, so far I haven't been too pissed off. EPMD, yes, definitely deserve it. Lyrical play, definitely up there. Cultural impact, up there, yeah, because they were the first to make like the kind of West Coast hip hop type of music, even though they were from Long Island, it's hip hop. And hit single, they had hit single for days. Number 26, that's fair. I'll say that's fair. I personally would rank him a little higher, but 26, I say that's fair. Hot Boys, the Hot Boys were on fire, yeah. Again, as far as hit singles, yes. Cultural impact, yes, because they were huge influence toward the New Orleans scene. Lyrical game. I'm sorry, Lil Wayne fans. Actually, no, I'm not sorry, Lil Wayne fan. Lil Wayne's the most overrated rapper of all time. And yes, I'll say it. I don't give a damn. I don't care. La 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 la. I'm not hearing you. Lil Wayne is overrated. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But lyrical play, they were decent. I would have ranked the Hot Boys so high. I'll put EPMD over them. Maybe Ghetto Boys over them. DJH88's. Definitely I'll rank Kid and Play. P-Rock CL Smooth over them. I would definitely rank Kid and Play over them. Diplomats. As far as lyrical play, they were decent. Cameron was dope. They came with Jim Jones. Not really, let's be honest. They did have hit singles for days. I still love the boy, or what that song that I like for them, even though it wasn't a single. I'm ready to learn. With that sample, what did they? Barbara Manson. I definitely would not rank them so high. Honestly, I would switch them with Kid and Play, or Heavy D and the Boys, or P-Rock and CL Smooth. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I still mess with the Diplomats. You know what I'm saying? But I would have ranked them number 24. Sugar Hill Gang. When the hip hop, the hip it to the hip hop, just don't stop the rocket to the bang bang, boogie the up jump, the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Cultural hip hop, definitely. Hip hop would not be hip hop without Sugar Hill Gang. Let's be honest. Lyrical play, I had to disqualify that because Big Bang Hank stole the lyrics. Stole the lyrics from Grandmaster Caz. And Grandmaster Caz of the what the group that he was in. I don't even remember what Grandmaster Caz group he was in. But you know what I'm saying? Hit singles, I feel like they don't have few hit singles. I know Robert Delight was there. I'm not sure if Apache or what the other song did they have. I'm not sure if that was a hit single, but I will put them a little lower on my list. I put them like around number 30. But again, turn the cultural impact, definitely. The Locks, I never really been a big fan of the Locks like that, but I cannot deny. Lyrical play, they are up there. They are way up there. Hit single, they had few hit single as a group. I feel like they were more successful individually, especially JDKids. We gon' make it. Or Style P. I get high, every day, all the time. You know what I'm saying? But Lux, they were dope. You know what I'm saying? Again, even talk about solely lyrical play, top 10. But if we have all the criteria, I'm not sure if we'll rank them so high though. But Bone Thugs should be much higher. They should be in the top 15. Come on, yeah, they had a lot of hit singles. The cultural impact was definitely big because they were one of the first with a fast singing. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could say they were influential to the mumble singing. Even despite them rapping fast, you can still understand what they're saying. But you know what I'm saying? As far as lyrical play up there as well, Bone Thugs should be in the top 15 as well because they were the only ones who made hit single when Biggie was alive, when Eazy-E was still alive, when Tupac was still alive, and I believe when Big Pun was still alive, and of course Notorious Thug is definitely one of the top songs, but of course they had songs like It's a Thuggish Working Ball or For the Love of Monday, or the Money Man, Money. Oh, what that other song? Wake up. At the first of the month. Or what the other song? See you at the crossroad. Yes. Should be higher. Let's see what number 20. UGK. Hella influential of the Houston scene. In terms of cultural impact, yes, that should be on there. As far as hit single, they were more of an underground group. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they should be lower on that sense. As far as lyrical play, yes. So you know what? I still rank them in the top 30. I'm not sure if I'll put them number 20, but I'll definitely will rank them up there. G-Unit! You know what I'm saying? People forget. In the mid-2000s, the G-Unit had hit singles for days. I want to get to know you. I want to vote a fag. And 50 Cent was just the man. He was the man throughout my high school. You know what I'm saying? At cultural impact, yeah, that had a big impact. As far as that lyrical play, though, still top 30. Not sure if that top 25. But hey. 3-6 Mafia. Again, in terms of Memphis scene, definitely a hella influential. In terms of hit single, that hit single layer down on the career. So yeah. As far as lyrical play go, I always feel like they were decent. They weren't the dopest, but they were decent. You know, they were good enough. You know, like where you could get the party started and everything. Well, I would have ranked them so high, but hey. Cypress Hill, he did something you can't understand. Why Kyle Jackson's kill him, man? People love Cypress Hill. As far as cultural impact go, they were definitely influential towards like the whole like marijuana scene. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People who like smoke weed and everything. Hit singles, they had hit singles. Lyrical, B-roll was definitely lyrical. I actually never been a big fan of Cypress Hill though. You know what I'm saying? If I have to tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't being biased, I would say like top 40. You know what I'm saying? I'll say top 40. Beastie Boys should be in the top 10 easily. You know what I'm saying? Sure, they weren't the most lyrical group, but they didn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? They helped change the game in terms of hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? They were the first hip hop group, to have a number one album. You know what I'm saying? And they were the first, to help transcend, well, actually the Run DMC. They were the first to help transcend hip hop toward the more of a rock and roll. They wanted to cross over. For that alone, they should be in the top 10. Cultural impact, top 10. Lyrical play, not really, not really in the top 10. I still rank them on my personal top 10, but I can see why they're number 16. I feel like, number 16, that's fair. But in terms on my personal list, they definitely top 10. You know what I'm saying? And even Pulse Boutique is still one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. And that's why I'll rank them in the top 10. Even after that, they still incorporate more of a punk rock scene into the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And help usher more of a rap rock scenario. Yeah, they deserve to be on there. Naughty by Nature. Not that I hate ya. I'm not sure if I rank Naughty by Nature over Beastie Boys, especially in terms of cultural impact. In terms of lyrical play, though, you know what I'm saying? Hella underrated. Treach is underrated in terms of lyrical play. Eminem admit that he was heavily influenced by Treach. You know what I'm saying? In terms of hit single go, yes. Yes, definitely. Number 15, though, I still will rank Beastie Boys over Naughty by Nature. But Naughty by Nature is definitely top 25 in terms of lyrical play and maybe cultural impact. I feel like they didn't have that big a cultural impact as some of the bands and some of the rap groups. But like I said, in terms of lyrical play, definitely. Fugees, yes. You know what I'm saying? Even though they only released one album, though, they only released one album. I feel like just because of that, I feel like they should have ranked so high. For their cultural impact, definitely, you know what I'm saying. Their music are still being sampled by modern music to this day. Definitely, I feel like you have to rank Fuji so high, which I believe you should. I feel like you should rank Black Star as high, just as high. But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They had a few hit singles like Ready or Not, Here I Come, You Can Hide, which is my personal rap song. In terms of cultural impact, I feel like like I said, only one rap album. You know what I'm saying? One rap album. Altogether. That was truly successful, but still will be in my top 20. Mobb Deep, yes, hella influential, hella cultural impact. You know what I'm saying? Lyrical play definitely up there, up on top of this bar. Not too many hit singles though. Even though Shook won and Quiet Storm, it's up there. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Number 13, I feel like that's a fair spot for Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree with that. Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 should be in the top 5. Not only in terms of cultural impact. In terms of cultural, especially on cultural impact, cultural impact, they definitely top 5. You know what I'm saying? The message, you know what I'm saying? That lyrically changed the game. It changed hip hop music from just the dance party music or to the battle music to the cultural social music that you can actually sit down and listen to. They influenced guys like Run DMC, Eric B. Rakim, Tupac, Public Enemy, NWA. Matter of fact, like I said, they changed the game. On that alone, they should be in the top 5. In my opinion alone. You know what I'm saying? But they had few hit singles. They didn't necessarily cross over to the other side like Run DMC and Beastie Boys did. But again, as far as their lyrical play and cultural impact, top 5. Migos! You put Migos garbage ass at number 11! You put Migos trash! First, recipe to take off, you know what I'm saying? He didn't deserve to die in the fashion that he did, you know what I'm saying? May he continue to rest in peace. But even then, I don't give a damn! They should not be number 11 at all. I don't give a damn. I guess because they have hit singles and cultural impact toward the Atlantic Sea. But even then, their impact is not as big as Goody Mob or others. You know what I'm saying? And their music are straight garbage. They're straight trash. They straight ass. I'm sorry. I don't know anyone go listen to the Migos music 30 years from now and say, their music was dope back in the day. I'm sorry, no. Migos should be way lower. Way lower. I'm not sure if I would put them on my top 50 list. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man. But Migos, no. They're not better than Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. They're not better than Mobb Deep. They're not better than the Fugees. They're not better than Naughty by Nature. They're not better than the Beastie Boys. They're not better than Kid and Play. They're not better than Pete Rocky Seals. They're not better than Gangstar. They're not better than UGK. They're not even fucking better than the House Boys. They're not better than House Boys. What? Seriously, what the? Let me see what number 10. The Rules? No. Lyrical Play up there on the top. On the top up there. Cultural Impact, I feel like that did make a dent in the hip-hop scene. They didn't have really too many hit singles. I'm not sure if I'll rank them on my personal top 10. I'll definitely will rank them over the Migos garbage ass. But as far as all the musical thing though, if I had to be fair, I don't think the Rules. I would put the Rules on the top 10. If I had to put anyone on the top 10, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. You know what I'm saying? Or even the Beastie Boys. I honestly would say the Beastie Boy will be in the top 10 over the Roots. In my opinion. De La Soul though, yes, I put De La Soul on my personal top 10 list. Where's a Tribe Called Quest? Damn. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen Tribe Called Quest yet, but we shall see him. We might see him later on. But let's stick with De La Soul. First thing first, Recipe to True Gourd the Dove, man. You know what I'm saying? His death definitely hurts, man. His death definitely hurts. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? They definitely one of the first to do the alternative hip hop scene, you know what I'm saying? Their music was still fun to listen to. Even nowadays, you know what I'm saying, almost 35 years later, they you know, you can still listen to 3 Feet High and Rising, you know, and you can still have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they definitely deserve to be in the top 10 of all time. I agree with this. Salt and Pepper. Yeah, they deserve to be on here. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I haven't seen too many female groups on here, to tell you the truth. I only see City Girl. But yeah, Salt and Pepper, you know what I'm saying? They have hits. They had hits for days. I'm not sure if I'll rank them so high. Not because of course they're women, whatever, blah blah blah. But because because I feel like that others, you know, like saying that have bigger hits. You know, and then, but in terms of cultural impact, though, they definitely deserve to be on here. That influenced toward the female rap scene and everything. They had a lot of hit singles and everything. Lyrical Play, they're definitely up there. You know what? Yeah, top 20, definitely, easily. R&B Rakim, yes. And honestly, I feel like they're fair. Lyrical Play, up there in the top 5. Cultural Impact, top 5. Hit singles though, I feel like they didn't have too many hit singles. You know what I'm saying? But their impact toward the hip hop scene are everlasting. Thank God you guys did not put fucking Migos over R&B Rakim, because if you guys did, I'll be so mad. Public Enemy. I feel like Public Enemy should be in the top 5. Because not only do they have cultural impact, they have hit singles, and they have lyrical and all that, and they have longevity too. You know what I'm saying? They lasted longer than NWA, and to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Fight the Power, you can still listen to Fight the Power, and you can still feel energized, you can still feel hype and everything. You can play It Takes a Nation of Millions, you can still feel that hype, you can still feel energized and everything. Anything. Run DMC, yes. Anyone deserves to be in the top 5. Run DMC. Hit single, longevity, cultural impact, lyrical, got all of that. Honestly, if you ask me, I would say Run DMC is in the top 3. Because hip-hop would not be commercially successful without Run DMC. You know what I'm saying? Granted, you know, we have Grandmaster Flash and Sugar Hill Gang, but Run DMC, they definitely help set it onto the other side. I feel like if you put Run DMC in the top 5, which you definitely should put Beastie Boys in the top 10. Again, like I said, I'll put Beastie Boys over the Roots, in my honest opinion. Tribe Called Quest at number 4. Okay, yes. Yeah, because you know, first of all, a lot of white people still listen to Tribe Called Quest, which is cool, really cool. Hip hop is for everyone. Hip hop for everyone. You know what I'm saying? They definitely had hit singles. They definitely had lyrical play. They definitely had cultural impact. They helped influence guys like Knowledge by Nature, Busta Rhymes, and so many more. You know what I'm saying? They didn't influence their contemporary, which is De La Soul and everything. Low End Dairy, yeah, yes, definitely, they definitely deserve to be on here. NWA, yes, I love NWA. Though, if I have to be honest, me being biased, I definitely would rank them up there. But if I had to be unfair, I probably would rank Public Enemy over NWA. And the only reason why because NWA, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have longevity as much as Public Enemy. But as far as cultural impact, you know what I'm saying, they just up there with Public Enemy. As far as lyrical play though, like Ice Cube, one of the dopest rappers of all time. Eazy-E, not really the dopest rapper, but Dr. Dre production though, as none beyond. They definitely deserve to be in the top 10. Would I rank them in the top 5? That's another question. But me being from the West Coast, you know, they definitely deserve to be in the top 10. Let me see who number 2. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Yes. Cultural impact wise, yes. Longevity, yes. Lyrical play, yes. Hit singles. I feel like they did have hit singles. But they didn't have too many hit singles. I feel like their last hits were Triumph. Back in 1997. But even then, like Ghostface Killer came out with Ghostface Killer or JJ Love or something. But yes. I can see why they're number 2. Would I put them number 2? Probably not. But as far as cultural impact goes, definitely up there. You still see people wearing their shirts and everything. You still people quoting Wu-Tang music and everything. Yeah, I can see why they're number 2. I have no problem with this whatsoever. Let me see who number 1. Outkast. I love Outkast. Yes. Would I rank them as number 1 though? Probably not. I'd say Run DMC is the greatest hip hop group of all time, but I can see why they put Outkast at number 1. They had hit singles for days. The cultural impact is up there. The lyrical play is up there, and they definitely were. You can still put on Outkast music to this day, and you can still enjoy their music. You know what I'm saying? Their music will forever be timeless. Again, when I put them at number 1, probably not. Would that be in my top 10? Easily. Would that be in my top 5? That could be debatable. Well, I'll put them in my top 5. Would I put them number 1? Probably not. Again, Run DMC will be my number 1. But that's the list right there. Who would you guys put as your guys number 1 greatest hip hop of all time? It better not be fucking Migos. I don't care. Why did I put Migos at number 11? You gotta put Migos garbage music at number 11. I'm done. What will you guys put at your number 1? Let me know coming down below. Leave a like, subscribe to your boy. You can check out my previous list out here. Peace, love, and rock and roll.